Okay, y'all, we're back, and we're back with the side panels that we'll be doing today on our beautiful ink storage unit. This is the small size, so I'm super excited. I think we might finish this in one episode. So I think episode 3 is going to be the last of it. But if you're at where I am, I know you're loving yours already. So, but mine is completely dried, and I'm ready to go for the next stage, which is working on our outside. Hey guys, it's Lois with Lowe's Keepsakes and Creation. My name is Lois, and I go by Lo. So we're here today because we're going to start on the outside perimeter of our storage unit, which is going to hold our blending tools and our blending brushes. So we should be able to get that done with today. And if for some reason, I don't know if I've erased the video to the part of putting the feet on, I haven't seen it. Maybe I just can't find it. But just in case, all I did was put hot glue on the inside, glued my feet down, and then I came back with the small itty bitty screws and I screwed them in at a diagonal. So if you could see that, that's kind of diagonal. So that's how I did them. So, but anyway, so they're on there really good and tight. My goodness, I don't think you'll be able to take those off. So anyway, we're ready to hop over to our sides. Move that out of the way. We're going to need the rest of the pieces, which is B. Well, let's go this way. It's A, B, C, and F. So what we need to do is get our trim pieces, and we need to trim all of these. And we're going to do that with some art glitter glue, which is one of my favorite glues for doing paper projects like this. So what we're going to do, I already started on some of them. And yeah, so we just need to get all of these covered and get these covered. Okay, don't worry about E. We don't cover these. Okay, so let's go cover these and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I got them all wrapped with my cardstock. So, and they have really nice good edges on them. So I really do like that. And I got the B's done, and I also got the A's done too. So we're ready to move on to the next. And the next thing we're going to do is cover them with our designer paper or with our designer or digital paper. Alright, so now we have these, and they're all wrapped, and I'm just going to go with it and have a higher back dimension on my brushes. I don't really care. I think it's beautiful the way it is. Okay, so what I need to do now is to cover them, and bam, I got it all done. I went on ahead and I pre-cut all of my sides and things that I need. So, bam. So all I got to do is glue them all together, or glue them, you know, marry them together. That's what I need to do. So, we'll cut the gluing, and y'all go do yours and I'll go do mine, and we'll meet back when I get done gluing. Okay, you guys, I have all my things covered. Super excited. The back and the front are all covered. Okay, so this is the deal. This is how this is going to happen. Now, the largest one, which was F, that one goes over here to the left side because that's going to be the brushes. Maybe you want the brushes over here. It don't matter. C is going to be the outside panel that's going to be here. This one's going to be like, say, like this. Okay. And then we have these are our bottoms. So I need 2 on this side for, one is a shelf, one is the bottom. And then this one right here has a bottom. Now we have sides. This one has one side, that's B. And this one has 2 sides. Now what we're going to do, we need to figure out how this is going to be best fit. Now I know that this one over here, we're not going to worry about that one. Okay, what we're going to worry about is this one right here. I need to place right here. Let's see where I need to place it. I need to place it right here on this white edge. This right here. This, okay, is going to be glued to the white like this. Okay, and we're going to make sure that stays. And then we're going to come in with the bottom, and the bottom goes on the inside of your shelf. Okay, not on the bottom of it. I can't go on the bottom because I've ran out of room for my feet. So this is going to be like this, and then you're going to have another shelf that'll stay, another shelf right here, and then you're going to have this back panel right here. And that's how we're going to glue it together. Alright, so what I want to do is, I know for a fact that I need to glue on top of this and on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this and this together before I place it onto my box. And I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so with my art glitter glue, we are going to add a bead of glue right here on the bottom right here, and you want to make sure that it has a good adequate glue. Alright, now this is going to glue right on top. Now let's see, I wanted this to be the outside, this to be the inside. So I'm going to put this right on the edge. And work with it to make sure that I'm absolutely even. Okay. Okay. Right here in the belly of this, in the valley, I want you to put a bead of glue on top of it. Okay? And try and keep this in good formation. Alright? Where it doesn't get out of square. And you're just going to put a bead of glue right down inside that valley. Make sure you don't have any holes. You can certainly move out a bunch of glue if you've got way too much glue. Okay, so we're just working that little bit of excess glue out, that's all. But you just want to make sure that you don't have any holes. If you have any holes, you need to make sure that they're covered. Alright, now here on the outside, we need to put a bead of glue right up next to it right here. Take your time, because you want to make sure that you're getting into that valley and that you're binding the outside with the glue. And move your glue just like that. And then we'll make sure there's some more right here. Alright, don't forget this glue dries clear, so you won't be able to see it. Okay, you guys, I think I've got it all figured out. Now, I've got my side over here that's drying. Do you remember that, where we had just put it right there on the edge? Okay, so it's pretty much dry. I mean, it's still in a fragile state, but you have to be careful. Well, it has its 2 shelves over here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take and mount this on our box, just like this, okay? And I'm going to line up mine right with the top, okay? And it fits perfect. I'll show you guys. See that white edge right there? This is what I'm talking about, is gluing it right there on top of that white. Okay, I'll show you guys in just a minute once I get it glued on there. But I want to go ahead and get this where it starts drying, and then I've got to put the sides on this one right here. So while this is drying, we'll be doing that one over there. So all I want to do is just take and put a bead of glue right here on top. I'm sorry if I'm out of frame. I apologize. I think I am. When I glue, I always come to myself. I don't know why. Alright, so let's see, that's the bottom. Let's see if I did this right. Did I do this right? Nope, I didn't do it right, did I? Oh well. Okay. So the dark spot is up here, and if you remember, I was trying to keep this at the bottom. Well, now this is the bottom, so it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to set that on there real carefully. Match it up to the top. I know you can't see what I'm doing. And just kind of hold that in place for just a few minutes. Now you can, if you want to, take your shelves and put them right there, so that way you can hold this down and let it dry. I know that's kind of tedious, like, oh my gosh, that's gonna fall. But just leave that shelf just like this, okay? I've got mine glued down, and it looks really nice. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna run it a bead right here on the outside. Okay, make sure I've got holes, so I gotta make sure I cover up those holes. Okay, I can't tilt it very much, you guys, because if I do, I think it might fall. So alright, so that's doing that. I probably need to get my desk dryer to help me dry this. Let me get one. Get the dirty one. The dirty one's got more battery life. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Alright. Get that joker drying. There we go. Okay. Safe with that. Alright, here's its shelf. Okay. On here, on the blending brush side, I went on ahead and I glued my bottom down. Now I glued it on top of F. Okay, this is F for the brushes. Okay, this is the longest one. We just got done putting C on, and C is the one that holds the blending tools. Alright, so I went on ahead and I added my bottom. I still haven't added glue in there. And if you could see, I don't know if you could see, but it has the big gaps in it. There it goes. I think you can see that. So that's what we want to cover up with glue. So I'm going to go ahead. This had a little bit of time to dry. So I'm moving on to the next stage with it. There I go, bringing that glue right to my chest again. Sorry, guys. Now you want to make sure that there's no empty spots. How did I say that? No gaps, no bubbles. You can wipe your excess off. Okay, so because my my top is a bit bigger, because I have to go up above the feet, we're gonna glue these on just like this. Just like this, okay? And then we're gonna glue them together, the bottom and the sides, and hold it on just like that and let it dry, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Wipe off my glue tip. My daughter is she's out in our shop's garage. And I gotta tell you, for a baby girl that she is, my husband did something right with her. She is out there literally changing her brakes. All by herself. She is something else, I tell you. Something else. She has grown up to be a very independent woman, let me tell you. Nobody messes with that one. But anyways, I thought that was funny. It's like, what is it? Oh, it's 5 after 8 here on Saturday. And she's out there changing her brakes. Alright, all I'm doing is just simply lining that up. And I just want to make sure it stays together. Okay. Now it's going to get better after this, because in the drying stage, if you'll remember, I'll be putting my CPA big book on top of it. Alright, so we're going to choose this one, and we're going to go right down the side. And then we're also going to do one of the other side that goes to the bottom of the shelf. Now I know it's kind of tricky to try and get everything stuck together and glued, but if you can get the majority of it to hold, you know, so that way it at least gives you a temporary fix. You know, we want to make sure that we allow the we want to make sure that we add adequate amount of time for drying. And I think that's really, really important when you're building structures like this, because you want this to last for a long, long time. And believe me, this I will have for many years. It'll probably wind up being my daughter's makeup, her face makeup. You know, the little squares that has the eyeshadow. That would be perfect for this too as well. You got all your blending tools, you know. It'll work. Might work for that. That's a great idea, actually. A really good idea. Okay, I'm watching my drying over here, making sure we get it dried. Okay, now that these are down, we're going to make sure we put a bead of glue on the outside. Sorry, you guys, I did it again. Cover up those holes. Get that glue down in there. Make sure it's covered up real good. And then just gently wipe it. Try not to put pressure to this because it's already in place. You just want to gently wipe it. And then keep watching to make sure you stay in square. Okay? Alright. I hope you guys are doing okay with yours. I'd be excited to see some photos in my group, guys. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, let me get my glue tip cleaned off again. It gets goo on it and then it gets clogged. Okay, we're just going around the outside perimeter and we're just making sure that we put our glue right there on the edge. And make sure you get plenty of glue, oops, down inside the crease where it is blending, where it's glued together. So, like I said, you're using glue as a caulk. And that's all you're doing with this. You're doing the same thing as if you were caulking a bathroom and you needed to seal up something. Because this glue dries clear. So you're not going to see all of that glue that's up here on these sides. Because we're pretty much we're joining our cardboard, our chipboard together is what we're doing on the outside here. So we're making sure everything is tacked down together. I gotta do this back spot. You know, I like it that you can go back in here and redo this because I'm telling you, it does give it a finished look. I'm not lying. It is nice. Okay, so we'll get that done. Alright, so now for the inside. We need to go ahead and add our glue all the way around. Okay, let's start with the side back here. I'm going to go all the way down. Make sure you're getting all of that gapness. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see how it's gappy there? So just make sure that you get all that glue in there real good. Okay, and then you can take a napkin in there and just simply wipe it out just like that, if you can see that. So it turned out to be really nice and finished. Okay, unlike this part where you can see the gaps in it, okay, but when you turn it over to this side where you did the glue, it looks beautiful. So that's what I'm trying to create. So, and I love to do caulk. I'm sorry to say, but I do. I love to do caulk, especially around the windows. You know, because you have to do the caulk around the windows to keep the buggies outside. So I don't mind caulking the windows every year. Alright, so we're doing this right here. And we're going to put the glue right in here. And then we're going to put it right up on the sides. Okay? And you're going to do it for here too as well. Make sure there's no pockets back there. Now we're covering it all up. I want it good and covered with my glue. Now I'm going to take my guide tools, and I'm actually going to use them to clean up some of this glue where I had too much. I always do that. I am bad about it. Always too much glue. But it dries clear and that helps. Alright. So that is all together. It looks good. And I think it's ready to be put on the other side. Alright, so let's go back to the one that is the guide tool. Alright, let's put this other one. I'm going to put this other one in front of my fan here real quick. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my bottom shelf is going to be attached on the outside. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm putting my bottom shelf on the outside right here. Can you see that? It's going to be on the outside. Don't put it on the inside because it's too fat. It won't work. Alright? So what we're going to do is just put glue right on our edges. I'm going to put it on this because I know where it needs to go. Right here. And then you're going to put glue right here. And then you're going to put, nope, and then glue on the bottom on the opposite side. Okay, so it goes in just like this on the outside. Okay, outside. All right. Now I'm just pressing that in place. And it's lining up really, really nicely. All right. Now I want that to completely dry. And I'm going to put some glue right here on this side. Fill in those gaps. Down here by the feet, I want to put glue down there. This is definitely going to have to take an overnighter for this to stay glued. Definitely an overnighter. Come on now. It's just going to have to take patience. That's all, guys. Just a little patience. And besides, maybe you might know how to hook up or how to glue one on the other side. And this is going to be too big. Oh, you guys, guess what? We got to cut this. We got to cut it. Because it's not... We got to cut 1/8 of an inch off. Yep, 1/8 of an inch off. I'm just kind of keep putting things in place, making sure it doesn't fall. Alright, move this one out of the way, because this one right here surely needs it. Alright, that's doing that. Okay, we got a problem. Alright, so this is too big. Alright, so that's okay. We'll fix that. Ain't no problem. Now walk you guys through it. It's not a problem. Not a problem. Not nothing that we can't fix. Get my little pad out. Alright, now I need to measure. Let me get my measuring tape. Alright, so we have 2 wide. And I'm looking at it right now, and I can see that it's 1/8 of an inch too wide. So this is going to go towards the inside. So we're going to cut this side right here, and you'll never know it. So what I want to do is I want to mark it 1/8 of an inch on each side. So that way I can get a pencil direction of how much I need to cut off. Alright, right there. And then this one is right here. Sorry if I've got my head in the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and mark these. Mark them exactly where it needs to go. Hey, we're at the finish line already, so doing something like this that became a little bit of a mistake. Oh well. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. Let's see if we can get my knife out without moving that. Alright. Take it nice and slow because you're going through 4 pieces of cardstock and 2 pieces of chipboard. So take your time because this is kind of small that you're cutting off. But to me, you should be only cutting off 1/8 of an inch on the long side. And take your time. See, I'm not able to get through it effectively as I should. And that might be because I need to change my blade. Once I've got it where I can cut it like this, it's much easier for me to hold it instead of me trying to hold the ruler and the paper or whatever, chipboard. I think through these all series, I've given chipboard different names. Ain't no telling. I've called them everything. Paper, or whatever, or cardstock. No, I always have to say chipboard twice because I forget. Okay, so that's what we got. 1/8 of an inch off. That's all we did. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So, garbage. Alright, get our stuff put away. Get this over here out of the way. Don't need this either. Alright, make sure that that looks pretty good. Alright. Alright, so it's drying. Now, before I want to go any further by putting this in, let's go ahead and put our glue inside. Okay, because we didn't do that yet. We were waiting for the outside to dry. So it looks like, I'll have to put some glue back there with my finger. I can't get back there all the way. But that's okay. That is okay. Wipe my glue tip off. I can't even get all the way back there in that corner, I don't think. Sorry guys, I'm holding it to me is because I've got to... Okay guys, so you should been, or you should already be at this point now where we put on our side panel for our tools. And that's for these right here. So now I'm going to tell you the best way to get your distance for your top shelf is to put in one of your, the thing is, this is in the way, but put one of your tools in there and make sure it has plenty of room inside there, okay? And it's actually deep enough to fit 2, is what it is. Okay, this is in the way. So, but, yeah, so it's roomy enough for 2. And that's how you adjust your shelf. Sorry, guys. That might stay there. That just doesn't want to come out. I have to keep these on these. My husband winded up getting me these over at Harbor Freight. And let me tell you, they've come in handy. I really do like them. And they actually, you know, they do the right amount of pressure when you squeeze. And to release them, you just push this black button. But yeah, it slides all the way down to there. But I use them quite often. All right, so now we got that drying. And I hope y'all's looks as good as mine. I know it does because it's pretty. This is going to drive me crazy. I can't get it out. Hang on, guys. There we go. That was driving me crazy. I couldn't help it. Let me put this back where it was. let's see. Put this right back where it was. There we go. Okay. So while this is drying on that side, now you should have your blending brush compartment completely dry. It's had plenty of time to set up. We did all of the caulking on the inside. Well, I say it caulking, but your glue. Alright, so now this is going to go on this side. Now, I had enough room to put mine where it's going to be even over here at the top. Now, I know I need to wait for the thing to get dry, but what we're going to do is we're just going to place that. I got feet, so I have to go from here, and I've got like an extra lip there or something. You see that? Well, that's only because of my feet. So I'm going to try and make it where it can be even. So I'll be sitting there trying to judge where it can sit and things like that. And then I'm going to take my squishy tools and I'm going to squish this together, and then we're going to leave this to dry overnight. What do you think? Oh my gosh, it's getting there, you guys. It's beautiful. Wow. What an essential to have at your craft table. Oh goodness. Okay, enough for that. So let's get this glued on, and I'm going to use my little strap, my ratchets here. So let me get them. Normally in a project like this, I really actually only need 4. For some reason, it always turns out good. Alright, so now we need to add glue here, here, and here on the white surface. Okay, and then we're going to put it onto the side. Line it up however you want. You can, I have a lip back here where it's right there up against that white. I'm okay with that because it makes it even out here. Okay, so that I'm okay with. Alright, so we'll do this. Let's get our glue on first. I'm gonna get my little ratchets here ready. Alright, so let's get our art glitter glue. And you know what, y'all? This is going to be the last time that you get to put your art glitter glue on. This is the last stage, y'all. And my glue is about run out this little bottle. And I got it clogging. Alright, let's see if we can get it on now. Okay, now that you have allowed this to dry, and now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you go back and make sure that these holes that you see that are still there that you can see. But anyway, you just want to go back and put that glue right in that groove right there. There we go. So all we're doing is we're making the glue on the outside get very good contact, and when it dries it'll be just fine. So I've already done this, so that's all dried. Now back here in the back, I've already done this right here, and I also did this along with this. So I've already done the glue for that. Alright, so I just got done doing that one. That was the last one that I thought I saw. So I just want to make sure and check over here, make sure nothing's that you think is not fixed or put together right or whatever, and then allow it to dry. And I've actually the magic of YouTube, right? I can stop recording and put it right back like I never was gone. But anyway, so this is all done, you guys. Oh my gosh, does it look beautiful? I love it. Love, love, love it. Isn't that beautiful? I love how all the paper went together. I really do. And see the bottom of the shelves? All the paper. Everything is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. You guys want to put some stuff in? Let's take this was my first one that I did. So I've done a lot of changes, as if you can see. So it looks a lot better, didn't it? Alright, so let's take these out and see if we can put them in here just like this. We're going to load them up. Load them up. This unit holds 10 square distressed oxides. It's either in the distressed or the ink, so it holds these square ones, and then the other ones, they sit right like this, right on the top. Okay, so now you got a beautiful display. We'll move that one back out of the way, and now you have a beautiful display. I'm going to try and hold these for your blend. Look at that. I told you it was going to fall. I knew it was going to fall. Alright, so let's see if we can do that again. This goes this way. Okay. But, so anyway, look at that. Is that not awesome? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And they sit in there just beautiful. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to talk about the sides. Alright, so let me pause the video. So now let's talk about our tools and where they go. Now this side over here we built for the brushes, and I know you guys have plenty of these. We use these for blending, like stencils, things of that sort. I love my blending brushes. But so they're going to sit right here beautifully. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then now you have your tools. You put your sponge or whatever it is that you get ink with, like these things right here. You just add to the bottom of it, and then you use it inside with the ink. Alright, so now this was actually designed to hold 2 up at the top, and then 2 down here at the bottom. Just like that. Is that not gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And if you guys can see, I winded up putting jewelry around mine. So I painted my tools white gloss. So I love it. And then here we go. Is that not gorgeous? Look at there. They sit in there so beautifully. But anyway, so they sit in there so pretty. But so the top fell. You guys, the inks fell. But so, and look at her feet. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. It turned out really, really nice. It really did. So I thought I was going to change the feet, but they worked out really well. So, but yeah, so does that not look pretty? Let me see if I can flip it around to the back side. Hopefully all of these don't fall out. As I show you, it probably will. But if it does, it does. You know what I'm saying? We'll just laugh about it. Okay, so see in the back. Oh, let's do it anyway. Oh, why not, right? Oh, story of my life. Look, I even lost some tools. Okay, but so anyway, let's just do this. We'll go ahead and empty this baby. So that way you all can see. I was holding the brushes. Okay, we're empty now. Okay, this is the back. Isn't that pretty? This is the underneath. Oh, come on. That's the underneath. There's that part. And then you see how this is raised here at the bottom. That's because I used my feet as guides. And I did not mind the difference. Like, say, the blending tool brush, you might notice that yours is bigger, or it may not be, because you were able to use different feet than I did. So that's why I had an increase on this back panel. So, but it's okay. The sides winded up perfect, so I was good with that. So I thought that that was just gorgeous. So, and then you've got your shelves for your blending tools. Now I know that this right here sticks out a bit, right here on this, and it sticks out like 1/4 of an inch. But you know what, I'm okay with that, because the reason why is the shelf is length is to be able to hold 2 blending brushes. Okay, I do it with the small, sorry. So with the small, or with the circle and the square, or rectangle, I think it is. But they sit in there perfect. So that's why that shelf is as long as it is. So I just think it just adds texture, architect texture or something like that. Something different. So, but, and it turned out beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I'm just going to say, guys, that I did learn by doing this storage unit. I did learn a lot of things going along the way. And I think I've perfected it a lot better than I thought I did. Because I'm going to tell you guys, this whole thing was done without the white strips that you have to fold, and they're like your little latches or whatever they are. I did not use none on this unit, and if you had followed me, you had done the same thing. And I'm going to tell you, the way that this is built, this will last for a long time. And you know, I was thinking also too, I mean, it's well built, it feels sturdy, it's nice, it sits on the counter really good. I mean, it's just, it is strong. It really, really is. And I think that it was, I think that I did a pretty good job, actually. I'm kind of proud of myself. I really do love this. So, but yeah, so, and another thing I found that was helpful for me was to put my designer paper front and back on all my panels. I really do love that. That is absolutely awesome. You know, I don't want to see the chipboard underneath here. So it was worth it to double side each one of the panels that had to go together. So I was super okay with that. So, and that turned out really nice, is because the way that the structure is built, your paper is already covered. So you're just literally mounting to the sides here. And when we built this right here on our shelves right here, we learned that putting them in with the glue on both sides and making sure that it stayed good together. I mean, we came back the next morning and it was just solid as a rock. So I like this. I like the idea with the glue. I'm digging the glue, that it can help you as far as, you know, getting things built really strong, you know. So, but the glue I really do like. All right. So, and I told you about the designer paper. That was like really cool. That saved a lot of time. It really did. Was just to go ahead and do it front and back on whatever you had in front of you. So I like that a whole lot. So, but anyways, I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. I hope you enjoy yours just as much as I enjoy mine. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. You guys have got to let me know what you think. I love it. It is absolutely adorable. And what do we do, guys? Let's put up our stuff, huh? Let's get our stuff put up. Start getting everything organized. It's so easy. I mean, this is right here, available for you at your desk. You might have a situation where you got something that you can put towards the back. This is perfect. And let me tell you how wide it is. Okay, it is actually 3 1/4. 3 1/4 wide this way, and then the length is gonna be 9 7/8. So it doesn't take up much room, but it is so essential that, you know, it holds 10 of these little square discs, you know, and it's relatively out of the way. You know, I'm sure you could find a really nice home for this thing. All right, guys, we almost got it. We almost got it. Okay, where are you at? There you go. Okay, look at that. Is that not beautiful? Okay, put these in. Round one, square one. Okay, and now here we go with the round one. There we go. Is that not just beautiful? I really wish you guys could see. I should probably take the camera down and show you guys. I should probably do that. So let me pause. But anyways, is that not gorgeous? It turned out so wonderful, you guys. I absolutely love it. I have these Avery stickers, and 5422 is the one I used. And what I did is just use the sticker off of it, and I put it on the side, and then I took my blender and I blended the color on it. so that way I knew what color. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about this little cutie anymore. Cutie. This little adorable thing. So, you guys are going to have to let me know how that turns out for you guys. Do send me some pictures. I would love to see some pictures. But anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that this turned out absolutely gorgeous. Okay guys, so it looks like we're going to just finish this video today. This is going to be episode 3 of the series of the small square ink storage unit. So don't forget that I've got links down below to go over to Etsy and go get the digital and download it and start from the first video and go from there, and you'll be surprised how beautiful something will turn out that you will love. And I guess until later, we'll see what comes up next. Talk to you guys later. Bye.